Thomas and Friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor. Today, on the island of Sodor, we'll see what happens when Gordon has an important passenger to collect. And we'll share some fun times with James. But first, Thomas is about to meet someone new. Harold spends a lot of time flying over the island of Sodor. Sometimes he sees strange shapes below him. Can you guess what they are? This shape is long and thin. It has two flat arms sticking out on either side. And it's white. Can you guess what it is? It's Jeremy the plane. Jeremy is one of Harold's new friends. What other shapes can you see? This shape is a rectangle. It's black at the back, then red in the middle, and there's a gold circle. Can you guess what it is? Harold thinks it might be another one of his friends. Let's have a look. Yes, it's his friend James. The black at the back was the coal in his tender. The red was his boiler. The gold circle was his dome. Things look very different from up in the sky. But Harold knows what they are. See you soon, Harold. The island of Sodor is a wonderful place. There are lots and lots of engines. Who's that puffing along the track? It's James. James is a bright red engine. He can pull lots of freight cars. He has the number 5 painted on his tender, a bright brass dome, and 6 strong driving wheels that clickety-clack along the tracks of Sodor. James is the only red engine, and he is very proud of his red coat. One day, James had a bright new coat of red paint. He wanted all the other engines to tell him how wonderful he looked. The next morning, Sir Topham Hatt told James to help Percy at the coaling plant. But James went to gaze at his reflection in the canal. At last, James arrived. The yard manager told him to take an extra long line of freight cars to Brendam Docks. James was very happy. There were a lot of people at the docks to tell him how splendid he looked. So James puffed off. But the freight cars were very troublesome. They biffed and they bashed. They wriggled and giggled and covered James in coal dust. When James arrived at Brendam, his bright red coat was very dirty. Luckily, James is never too proud to see the funny side, but his pride can get him into a lot of trouble. There was to be a new holiday poster for the island of Sodor. Sir Topham Hatt chose Edward to be the poster engine. James was upset. He and Edward were almost the same. James decided to do everything he could to be the poster engine. He tried to get into the poster photograph, but Sir Topham Hatt sent him away. Thomas and Percy told James that Edward was chosen because he was gentle. And Edward didn't mind doing dirty jobs. So James was gentle at the coaling yard. But that made him late. James took the express track to race Edward. He was just in front when a signal turned red. James screeched to a halt. But Edward couldn't stop in time. Edward ran into James, and James shot straight through the poster. Now James was the poster engine. James knows when he has gone too far, and then he helps his friends. That's because James is a really useful red engine, and he shines most of all when he is with his friends. Every engine on the island of Sodor looks different. Can you tell who this is? This engine is green. But there are lots of green engines on Sodor. What else can we see? This engine only has 2 wheels on each side. This is a small engine. Do you know who it is yet? Let's see if there's another clue. It's the number 6. Which engine on Sodor is number 6? That's right. It's Percy. Hello, Percy. Thomas's whistle is broken. Which new whistle should Thomas choose? That doesn't sound like an engine whistle. Try another whistle, Thomas. Does that sound like an engine whistle? Let's listen again. That doesn't sound like an engine whistle either. There's one more whistle left. I wonder what this one sounds like. That sounds like a very good engine whistle. Well done, Thomas.